What's up, Say It homies? Okay, you'll have to stay tuned to figure out what on earth I am doing here today. But before I explain, let's get caught up on our feelings mandala. Okay, so there's a few things that we want to keep in mind before we get started on building our forts or our quiet spaces or whatever we want to call them.
Number 1, get permission.
It's important that you get permission. Permission to build a fort, permission to use certain items, and of course permission about the location or where your fort is going to be. So if you just start building something and you grab stuff from all over the house and you don't ask anybody and then you're like right in the way, it might not be the best. So talk to your family first, make a bit of a plan. That's a really good way to get started.
Number 2, be safe.
Okay, so the second thing, this is really, really important. You need to make sure that you're safe. And there's a few things that you might do that could maybe not be so safe. And so I'm going to give you some tips along the way. So just make sure that you pay attention. If you're not sure, if you have an idea for a fort and you don't know, ask somebody in your house, see what they think. If it seems like maybe it's not the safest idea, maybe they can help you come up with a different plan. Or if you need to, you could send me an email and ask me. But just make sure that what you are building is going to be safe for you and the other people in your house.
Number 3, location.
You want your fort to be in a place where it's not going to be in the way. And that's part of asking for permission, is making sure that you're picking a good spot. But there's a couple of reasons for this. Number 1, you don't want to have a conflict with the other people in your house. So here's a good example. Tables are sometimes really great to use when you're building a fort. But what if there's other people in your family or other people who are in your house with you and they have to do their work at the table every day? And then you come in and you build a fort and move all their stuff. It can just create a conflict where you don't need to. So I'll give you a few different ideas for different locations. Your house, of course, will be a little bit different than mine. You'll have different stuff, but hopefully you'll get some ideas where you can choose somewhere that's out of the way, somewhere that's safe, and somewhere where you can have your own quiet space.
Number 4, keep it calm.
The whole purpose, the whole point of building these little forts today is to give you a quiet space on your own. So I'm not building a fort so that I can go in there and like horse around and be all crazy and like start a wrestling match with my cats. That's not the point. The point is for me to find my own space, somewhere where I can be quiet and calm. I can read a book, I can listen to music, I can do activities that just kind of chill me out a little bit. Kind of being stuck inside, maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit tired of it all. This is a good way to kind of create a little break for yourself.
The table fort, classic.
Okay, so here's the deal with this fort. Number 1, the table that I have has these legs kind of in the middle, so it's not great. It's hard for me to stretch out and really get comfortable under here. But the table's a good size. And I added the chair on the side over here just to make it a little bit bigger, because I'm a little bit bigger than you are probably. The other thing that's nice is that I'm kind of by a window. You can kind of see through here. So if I wanted to, I could make a little window in my fort, and that would be a perfect way for me to have natural light if I want to read a book or something. So not bad. Some safety tips for this one. You'd want to be careful not to pull on the blankets. Sometimes people will put heavy objects on top to hold the blankets down. That's cool, as long as you're really careful not to pull those off. If I put some heavy books up on top of the table to hold the blankets still, and then I pull them down, that would cause books to come down too. Hi. Hello. So a few things to keep in mind. Not bad though. Molly's gonna come check it out.
The four-chair fort.
So this one's not too bad, just like this. If I wanted it to be more closed in, I could add some more blankets. I like this fort a lot. This is a good one. So 4 chairs, blankets, pillows, done.
The armchair fort. Ooh.
I've got a little spot back here behind my armchair that might work. Using the back of the chair, maybe this little table. I'll give it a try. I think this one might be my favorite. So it's like kind of tucked away in the corner of my living room, so I wouldn't be in the way. So I used the back of my armchair, and then I brought one of my dining room chairs in here, stretched the blanket across, and then I used my little yellow table to make it a little bit bigger. I've got some cozy blankets and pillows. I grabbed my book. Yeah, I like this one.
The laundry basket chair combo fort.
Well, looks like I made a fort for Molly. I wasn't sure about this one. I wasn't sure if the laundry basket would work for me because I didn't think that I would fit in it, but I do. And here's the beautiful thing about the laundry basket. I can lean back. I can lean back in a way that I might not be able to lean back if the laundry basket wasn't here, because I'd be leaning against the walls of my fort. This feels like a stroke of genius. So, you're welcome.
The closet? Huh?
So if you're having a hard time finding a place where you can build a fort with blankets, a great alternative is a closet. I didn't do anything except put some pillows and blankets down to make it a little bit cozier. But this is actually a really great spot, and if I wanted to, I could even close the closet doors, get some privacy, bring in my book and a flashlight. This is actually something I used to do when I was a kid, when I felt a little bit overwhelmed and things maybe got a bit too noisy for me. I would grab a book, grab a flashlight, and hide away in my closet for a while. So this works too.
The mega fort. Let me try that again.
The mega fort.
All right, well, Gretchen and I are coming to you from the Mega Fort, which is totally the bomb. This is amazing. This is like the best thing ever because it's big enough for me. So this fort is using 5 chairs, a stool, a laundry basket, part of the table, 4 blankets. There's kind of a lot going on here. I made a huge mess. So it's a good thing I'm the only human in my house, because if there were other humans here, they would be like, "What are you doing?" So I don't recommend the Mega Fort unless other family members are also in on it. This might actually be a fun thing to do as a family. You could like build a Mega Fort that everybody fits inside and then have a picnic lunch, or bring in an iPad and watch a movie together all snuggled up in your Mega Fort. I think that would be super cool. So once you've found a good spot, you've built yourself your fort or your little cozy space, here's some tips to really make it awesome. So see if you can find some more blankets and pillows that you can put on the inside so that you're nice and cozy. You can snuggle up and relax. So I've got my nice warm blanket. I've got some pillows and soft things. I even brought in my favorite teddy bear. You can snuggle up. Oh. Hi, Lotso. Now, once I'm in here, I'm going to need some stuff to do, or I might start to get a little bit bored. So, of course, I have my book that I'm reading right now. I love reading so very much. So I'll probably do some reading in here. Now, depending on how I have built my fort and where I have built it, if it's close to a window where there's some sunlight coming in, if I've left some spaces open to let the light in, if not, or if it's still not bright enough, I might want to bring a little flashlight inside, and that way I can see my book. You want to be careful with bringing lamps and things like that inside, because often little lamps, when we have them turned on for a while, they get kind of hot. And I wouldn't want you to burn yourself if you were to touch a hot lamp. And also, we wouldn't want the hot lamp to be touching any of our blankets or pillows, because it can actually be a bit of a safety concern. So if you want to try bringing in a lamp or something like that, check with an adult and see if you can come up with a safe solution together. Okay, I've also got my sketchbook and some pencils and pencil crayons. I can do some drawing while I'm in here. I could bring in a device and some headphones. This would be a great place to chill out and listen to some music. I could even have a nap. Actually, I think I might do that. I brought in a water bottle. Now, this is just sort of like taking it to the next level. I've got some little twinkle lights. This is magical. So my laundry basket is like my little shelf area. Little twinkle lights giving me a little bit of light in there. I'm gonna recline. I'm gonna relax. It's gonna be amazing. So I hope this gave you some cool ideas for making a space that's your own, somewhere that you can just have a calm, quiet place to relax and chill out and maybe get away if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed these days. It's okay if you are. Things are kind of weird right now. And so maybe you just need a quiet spot that's all your own where you can just chill out. You could go ahead and email a picture to me. If somebody takes a picture of you while you're in your fort, that would be really cool. But I hope you've had fun today. Let's calm down. Let's get cozy. Let's relax. And until next time, be brave, be kind, and wash your hands. Bye.